Welcome to Crooked Timber. Today I want to cover one of the most malignant family... I don't want to sound that happy. Malignant family channels. Today I want to cover one of the most malignant family channels on YouTube.
You guys, I don't think other people's babies are cute at all. Like, it's funny because obviously I think my babies are cute. Whenever I see like my friends' babies, I'm like, oh, cute kid.
And take a look at how they've diversified their platforms in the wake of major backlash and truly nauseating controversies.
And then it's also kind of obvious what to post and what not to post. And sometimes you cross that line and you make a mistake and you get called out for it.
Yeah.
And maybe rightfully so, and you learn from it.
The Labrants have faced the wrath of an audience increasingly aware of child exploitation on YouTube, of which they are an exceptionally egregious example. They still pull in huge numbers on YouTube, and they don't seem prepared to pivot away from family content or simply disappear from the internet altogether, at least not yet. Some of their more recent cash grabs are truly bizarre and make me wonder why? Why do they seem so desperate for money? I have a few theories, and I hope you'll join me as we examine the Librants' last-ditch efforts to monetize their dwindling audience. Speaking of shamelessly milking your audience, a Crooked Timber now offers memberships.
Oh yeah.
If you join our channel at the Timberoo level, you'll have access to... I didn't run the names past
You didn't.
Andrew. It's Twiglets and Timberoos. You'll have access to members-only videos, polls, and maybe live streams if there's enough interest. So far, we posted a reaction to a podcast by Aubrey Marcus, New Age wellness guru and wannabe sex cult leader. In it, Aubrey introduces his audience to his new style of monogamy, which surprisingly features a girlfriend in addition to an obviously very annoyed wife.
But I am here with my beloved wife, Ilana, and we're also here with beloved Alana, who is a part of our relationship constellation and shares a deep love with both myself and Vilana. And we're also here with my beloved and esteemed teacher, Rebbe, Dr. Mark Gaffney, who's helped us navigate what this all means.
The relationship has felt like me just pressing edge, like pressing, okay, here's my edge, all right, okay, then there's, I'm good here, and then like, okay, here's my next fucking edge.
For our second date, we share with Alana that Vilana and I had been developing, what we really believe is a lineage medicine practice that we call the God Bomb. And there's been many people who've come on here. It's really safe, and we'll be there with you, to guide you through this process. And you're like, yeah, let's go. And like,
something that this made me think of, I'm not saying that Aubrey is nearly on this level, but it reminded me of Charles Manson and his followers, his devotees that he convinced to go murder people. Part of his it's like, oh, how did he convince those people to murder everyone? Well, they were high a lot of the time. Like, he kept giving them LSD.
These people talk like they're camping. You know what I mean? Like,
my reasoning for creating memberships is there are a lot of topics that I would like to cover, but I'm afraid they won't do well or they'll face demonetization. I also want to do a lot more casual, chatty videos on our membership channel. They're a little less effort, a little quicker to put out. And eventually we'll also post these on Patreon if that interests you. Back to the Librants. In the wake of some major controversies, including pranks like telling their little girl that they're giving away her dog, their views have gone down considerably. That said, they still have 12 million subscribers, and their most recent videos get 500,000 to 800,000-ish views. But back in the heyday of the channel, they could easily get 1 to 3 million views per video. Okay, Andrew fixed the turtle, everybody. I hope you all appreciate that the turtle is now perfectly positioned. Maybe they can see the writing on the wall and simply want to generate as much money as possible before the raging seas of internet commentary swallow them whole. Cole and Savannah met when Cole was 19 and Savannah was 23. They were both popular on now defunct apps, Musical.ly and Vine. In case you're watching this and you're very young, Musical.ly and Vine were both kind of proto-TikTok. They were for very short videos that usually featured bombastic, some would say very annoying style humor.
I hope you win.
no, you're way prettier.
Librandt!
Suck
it!
He broke up with me on Valentine's Day.
Ew.
On Valentine's Day?
I wasn't gonna buy her a present.
True.
What you gonna say?
What's up? What's up?
It was just me and my sister sat there watching his videos, like dying laughing because we thought he was so funny. So I was like, heck yes.
The videos are not funny. Do you not go back and watch those? They're
they
very
were
cringy.
funny for back then, I guess.
Savannah already had a young daughter from a previous relationship. Let's call her X. I'm not going to say X's real name. I'm not going to say her name. Did everyone get that that's what I just said? Does anyone else struggle to enunciate after a long day? Is that just me? And for the first time, that feels kind of silly. She is way more famous than I ever will be, but I want to be consistent about not saying minors' names on this channel or showing their faces in hopes that one day there will be a law that allows children that featured in family vlogs to demand that all content featuring them be deleted from the internet. And if and when that fine day comes, any commentary channels that feature a child star likeness will become an annoying secondary layer of content to deal with. And I just don't want to be a part of the problem. The Labrants audience swelled along with Savannah's belly in each new pregnancy. They have finally capped their family at 5 children, but Savannah occasionally still hints at wanting more and a possible future adoption.
But I love it so much, and if he wanted another kid, I'd probably have another. That's how crazy I am.
Yeah. We might and likely will adopt down the road.
I would love to adopt, so I know that if I want him to get more on board for adopting.
You guys hear that out there?
The children. If I want him to get more on board for adopting, that I need to be done having.
Family vlogs thrive on baby content, so it's not surprising that she's having a hard time of letting go of the goose that lays the golden egg. She is the goose in this metaphor. Andrew said that my hair looks better going this way, so we'll try it. We'll see what we think. They made their oldest daughter the star of the show and have cultivated her parasocial relationship with a bizarre and extremely suspect adult audience. X features heavily in their YouTube as well as in her own standalone channel, plus a channel for just her and her adoptive father. She also has an Instagram where you don't have to go far to see highly suspicious comments that appear to come from adult men. In a 4-year-old video, the Dad Challenge podcast claimed that an alarming percentage of people looking at their daughter's Instagram were adult men.
Now look at her demographics, everybody. 70% male. Lowest percentage is teenagers. So we can just eliminate that. But here we go, 24%, 19%. That's 50% of their male audience of 70% is watching this little girl and is between the ages of 18 and 44. What is 70% of 5.2 million?
70% of 5.2 million is 3.64 million.
X is a talented dancer, and she wears tight-fitting dance costumes in many of their videos. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, as a kid doing a dance performance, but as her parents, and you know you have a huge audience that just looking at statistics is bound to include a few creeps. Why would you want to put her in front of that? Why would you want her to be in front of that? I'll never understand that style of parenting. That, ooh, I don't know what's on the internet. I don't know what's out there. Yes, you do. I want to go over some of the big controversies from their past. But as I always state when I cover a family as infamous as Librandt, I want to give the disclaimer that I'm not doing a deep dive in this video. I'm not going to be able to cover every single thing wrong they've ever done. Cruel World Happy Mind is a big commentary channel, and she just did a video on them recently if you're interested in a more broad overview. I'm just going over what I consider to be the greatest hits of their online infamy. I already mentioned that they drew criticism for their horrible pranks, including telling their daughter that they were giving away their dog. This is extra unfunny because later the dog actually disappeared. Some might argue that a prank is a funny word to describe emotionally scarring your children for life, and I would agree.
And then it's also kind of obvious what to post and what not to post, and sometimes you cross that line and you make a mistake and you get called out for it.
Yeah.
And maybe rightfully so, and you learn from it.
They also clickbaited a fake cancer scare. Afterward, they said that they used the attention to raise awareness of childhood cancer. And you know, all's well that ends well. This is a common theme in Librandt apologia, as we can see in this interview that they did with Matt and Abby.
Like, I mean, we have so many families that we help, and we'll do everything that we can to help that we aren't gonna post.
Yeah.
We've never posted, we aren't gonna talk about, but we know. And if we let the hate at times get to us, or even more so to me, and like convince me like to stop making videos because of lies, then in turn there are so many people who will suffer truly because of that. So I'm like, what's the truth here? You know, where's the real and the good? Yeah. And that way trumps a lie.
As long as they put some of the money they generate toward a good cause, it was all worth it, right? They leave out the fact that they have substantially enriched themselves along the way. In my opinion, the main cause that they're raising money for is their big-ass house. It's my opinion. That's just what I think. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. I saw a rumor that they moved to Tennessee because of that law in California that's meant to protect children of family vloggers, where basically you have to put aside money in a bank account for your internet child star. According to this article, they actually moved before that law was even proposed. So those allegations are not sticking. They moved to Tennessee not to escape that law, but because they're buttholes who voted for Trump and they want to be among their own kind. The Labrants also took X out of school to homeschool, citing her helpfulness with the younger children.
Second of all, she's helpful with the kids, so I feel like having her here would be nice, just with another baby coming too. Like, it's nice having an extra pair of hands around the house, even if it's a 9-year-old, you know, and she likes it. Like, she likes helping me out.
This is such a common theme with family vloggers, especially Christian family vloggers. Off the top of my head, the Duggars, the Bates, the Collins, they all rely heavily on their older children, especially their older daughters, to actually take care of their giant brood. The Librants claim to not have childcare, which begs the question, why not?
We don't have help at all. Like, we don't have babysitting help, and I think a lot of people don't realize that too, because probably just assume that we do.
Why is taking your daughter out of school easier than hiring a nanny? Oh, Ballerina Farm. I forgot to mention Ballerina Farm. They were another big example of this.
They have servants or cousins or whatever they want to call it, but
yeah, to me, this suggests what we all already suspect, that they view X as an employee more than a daughter. In 2019, Fox 11 News alleged that the Labrants pretended that they needed to flee a California wildfire. This one I actually like. This is funny.
Which one? There's so many.
There's just one that they were like, oh no, the fires are raging. Kids, we gotta pack up the car and run away. Here come the flames.
It's gotten a lot closer. I think it's like 4 miles away.
Yeah.
And we just got an evacuation thing. I have this backpack on that has like our laptop and camera and
Just in case.
essentials in it, because we might not be able to come home tonight. Hopefully we never have to upload this, but if we do, then you guys kind of saw what happened. Keep you guys updated.
We're all packed up.
But their most recent post brought a different kind of attention than the Ladera Ranch couple is likely used to. This Orange County neighborhood was never at risk from the wildfire.
There was no evacuation notice to Ladera Ranch.
Marissa Seamus lives near the Labrants. She says plenty of the neighbors are not amused by the social media influencers.
And I just think it's really sad that they would exploit a situation that's as serious as a fire that so many people were evacuated from, just so that they could get more likes or more hits on their channel.
On the YouTube video, Cole shows their suitcases packed and ready to load into the car. The rest of the video is more like a travelogue, since evacuation for the Labrants meant heading to a hotel and touring San Francisco.
This one I actually like. This is funny. Is it deceptive? Yes. But it's also deception as an art form. And that's camp. It's camp. In 2022, they published a widely panned documentary on this topic. I don't want to say it. I don't know how YouTube feels about this.
Can you mime it?
Nope. I am going to say more about this, but I'm just going to upload that part to our members only platform. So if you're interested, join us over there. One thing I will say is that they tend to lean into the conservative fantasy that anyone who is pregnant and doubtful about wanting to keep their baby should just have it, because they'll fall in love with their new life as a mom. I am so sorry to report that this is simply not true for everyone, and plenty of online forums reveal the horrors of parenthood who are reluctant caretakers. And I'm sure I'm not the first person to point out that it's ever so irritating that they advocate for the rights of the unborn, but have no problem exploiting children once they're born. If we went to the trouble of having you now, what are you going to do for us? Cha-ching. So what's next for the Labrants? With a dying channel, where will they go from here? I say dying. They still get huge numbers of views, even when they upload just Savannah and Cole, to be clear. So dying channel is, relative to their enormous success in previous years. Last year, Cole and Savannah announced that they would post less on their family channel and instead post more of their challenge-style videos on a YouTube channel devoted to just Cole and X.
And then recently, you and made a Cole and YouTube channel. So talk to me about that. Are you guys like thinking about maybe stopping the Librandt family channel and like transitioning to those? Or is that just like a fun side project? Like what is the vision behind those new channels?
So we started slowing content on our family channel.
Yeah.
Which we're happy about. We wanted it always to be real and raw. We never wanted to force. And just as we had so many kids, our kids have real life activities and stuff. So like as
life's just getting busier.
Yeah, as we can, we'll make videos on our family channel. I'm not saying that we're gonna stop because we enjoy it, but so I had more free time, right? But I love making videos. Work, like we're just having a lot of fun.
I find it hard to believe that they have an editor and a videographer for this channel, but there's no pressure. It's only if X is having fun.
I do have an editor for the channel.
And a videographer. You have a videographer.
I have a videographer who videos us. So yeah,
cool.
I'm not holding it anymore.
Oh, no way.
So that's fun,
So I'm not behind camera, which is actually fun.
Yeah.
I can actually be there. So yeah, it's a little.
Yeah.
When they didn't have any help for their family channel, it was just them and their camera.
It'd be funny because we'd go to like collab with somebody and they would have like so much help, so many big cameras and stuff, and we're just like, hello, with our little tiny phone.
Okay, time for a video.
We'd almost feel awkward.
So you're spending money on the channel where you don't care if it goes anywhere. It's just for fun. It's just whatever. I find that hard to believe. Maybe that's true because they haven't posted in 1 year. Maybe they stopped posting because of their daughter's intense militaristic dance class schedule.
3 days a week, I feel like she's just like gone all day because she dances 3 full days a week, sometimes 4.
Who knows? He says in the podcast, if we don't do it, we'll start to fall off from social media. And if we're going to do it, we should do it now.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of like very real that like if we don't do this, then like we'll probably start really slipping away in the backs of social media, which is totally fine. Like if this is something that you ever want to do, then we should probably do it now.
He's thinking about striking while the iron's hot. So I don't know. It seems like they're still, even though he says in the same interview, we've done very well for ourselves, it seems like they're still chasing social media fame. Most bizarrely, Cole has been posting music that he claims to have written for his 5X band.
What's a 5X band?
I think it's just because he has 5 kids.
Is it called 5X?
Yeah.
It's just called 5X?
Yeah.
Or that's not a kind of band?
5X band.
There are not other 5X bands?
The name of the band is 5X band.
The 5X band?
Oh my god, I'm hot. The AC is off.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play you any of their music because I believe they will abuse the copyright claim system. If I do, you just have to believe me that it is aggressively generic.
He says he wrote the lyrics, but is noticeably silent when people ask him questions about the clearly AI-generated band members.
They've released both country and boy band style singles, the kind of genre switching you might do if switching genres was as easy as clicking a little button with your mouse. The songs are obviously sung by different singer. So here is the 5X lineup. I wonder why Cole Librandt hasn't introduced us to these generically handsome fellas. The name of this song is Put Your Phone Down. Not a chance!
The Labrants appear to be putting the most effort as of late into their Barefoot app.
Hey guys, so throughout the next 2 weeks, we have some exciting things coming within the Barefoot community.
That's right, guys. So as you all know, we have 3 courses that you guys can go through right now within the app, but we have 3 brand new courses that Savannah and I wrote together that are coming out this week that we're so excited for you guys to go through.
I love these courses. These are probably 3 of my favorites.
On top of these 3 new courses, we have 3 brand new features coming out on the app this week as well that we just feel are going to take this app to the next level. We are so excited for these features.
Very excited.
Another common theme we see in these types of channels, couples who offer marriage advice based on the fact that they are married.
And we still haven't figured this out. We have not figured out parenting. We have not figured out family. We have not figured out marriage.
Self-help and Christian influencer spaces have a problem with low-effort courses. I complained about poorly thought-out PDFs from Girl Defined and Paul and Morgan in our Christian Grifter video. Sneak peeks of barefoot courses like How to Find Your Soulmate in 30 Days suggest that this is more scammy, low-effort content designed to take advantage of a gullible audience. They're also offering advice on raising Christian kids, putting yet more pressure on their eldest employee to exemplify the perfect little Christian child. Most of the reviews that I saw on my Android app store were quite negative. It's one of those things where it's like they're either 1 star or 5 stars, and there's just not a lot in between. The Librants have allegedly violated FTC guidelines by offering prizes in exchange for positive reviews. Sure, here's a 5-star review you can use, as if in response to someone asking for a 5-star review. Barefoot has been an incredible tool in helping me stay accountable in my walk with God. That's just great, Samantha. I went to download a free trial. Okay, so here I am about to download the Barefoot app. She's playing with some toys. It's the only way we can keep her happy while we film, so you might hear her in the background. The first review that pops up is, "Don't download. I was one of the first to download, and this app completely corrupted the CPU of my phone. 10 minutes after downloading, my phone completely froze and shut off. It hasn't come on since. I've lost everything on that phone." Just to be clear, I'm not laughing at this person for losing all of their precious photos and memories. I'm laughing at myself for considering downloading this stupid app. That phone was in perfect condition. Talk about stressful. Then I tried to reach out to the Labrants and Barefoot, and I'm ignored. No response from me, and I have to get a brand new phone. I have 4 kids and just left so many things on that phone. So with a great deal of trepidation...
Yeah, are you sure you want to do this?
No! Only to encounter language that made it clear that the Labrants intended to pursue legal action if I showed you anything that's behind the paywall. You agree to take and practice the materials shared through Barefoot in the real world, but otherwise not to share all other legal intellectual property solely responsible by Barefoot LLC. Are they saying that I can't show anything that I find on their app in my YouTube video? I feel like that's exactly what that means. We're legally agreeing not to share any of the material found within this app via screenshots, pictures, videos, or any other form of plagiarism. Okay, so I'm going to stop screen recording. I'm not going to become a member. I'm not going to do anything else with this stupid app because they're obviously laying some kind of legal groundwork to come after me if I talk about what's in their app. That's it for the Librandt app. I'll just have to go off the reviews and what they've posted online as a sneak preview. Horrible environment, spreads misinformation, app barely functions, and has other walls blocking you so you can't access content. Live streams are just them talking like you're watching a friend on video call. Bad quality and barely any actual information provided for paying a subscription. Just go on YouTube. In my opinion, they know it's garbage and are relying on people to sign up and then forget to cancel. If they were really providing something of value, something that their audience would like, of course people are going to make fun of them. They have a huge snark, hater, whatever, commentary audience. People who like them, of which there are millions, surely you're talking to them and not us. And if you're really providing something of value, they would want YouTubers talking about it, if for no other reason than free publicity. It's just my opinion. But no, they want to make sure their low-effort content, according to many reviews, is only visible to their most loyal fans. Barefoot app, wouldn't you know it, gave Cole another humdinger of a business notion. Based on his conversations in the Barefoot app with his followers, he learned that many of his followers have concerns about finances and health.
You guys are here for one of 2 reasons or both of 2 reasons. You need a job and you need money. I'm very aware of that. And you need better health for you or for your friends and family.
Wow, the 2 categories of concern that could describe the vast majority of every single human problem. Finances and health. That's so interesting. What an insight. In this screenshot from Cole's Instagram story that I got from Reddit, see, this is why I can never completely turn my back on the snark world, because where else am I going to find this precious information other than amongst the snarkers. Cole states that he wants to introduce his followers to a business opportunity. Hey girly, the phrase business opportunity should have already sent a chill down your spine. That can earn them $50,000 per year. What could it be? That brings us to our next alleged grift, Neolife. Hannah Alonso, a popular anti-MLM YouTuber, recently made a couple videos about the Librandts' participation in Neolife, a multi-level marketing scheme. I'm sure you already know what an MLM is, but just in case you need a refresher, they're essentially legal pyramid schemes that rely on recruiting new members to make money. In an illegal pyramid scheme, it's an investment where it's just you put money, you give money to your recruiter, they kick up a percentage to their recruiter, and so on up the levels of the pyramid. In an MLM, no, it's not just an investment. You are buying a product, you're buying inventory, which you're then going to sell to your friends and family and then to a wider network that you develop, maybe by cold calling or cold messaging people. And MLMs are legal because they focus their efforts on an actual product instead of just an investment. That doesn't really answer the question of why are MLMs still legal, since just like in an illegal pyramid scheme, only the people at the top of the pyramid make any money. Most people who invest in MLMs lose money on their business opportunity. According to the FTC, MLMs are legal because they focus on selling a product instead of just recruiting. In my opinion, MLMs should be illegal because their business model explicitly relies on people losing money in order to generate income for the recruiters at the top. It's easier to make money in an MLM if, say, you have a massive following online and don't care about the simpletons that make up your core audience. So why are MLMs legal when they're such a raw deal for the majority of participants? In my opinion, the reason is powerful MLM lobbyists, but I digress. But what about that $50,000 per year that Librandt says that his followers are going to be able to make? According to the Neolife income disclosure that they're required to provide by law, 70% of Neolife representatives made $2,000 or less per year. These numbers, by the way, are income, not profit, so they're not taking into account the amount of money that the representative spent on the product that they sold. So as terrible as these numbers look, the real profit that the participants made is far worse. Why all of these terrible business ventures? They made so much money. They had to have made millions and millions of dollars from all of those views, from putting their children out there.
And like in the most humble of ways, we've done well on social media to where we don't need to do this.
Obviously, we don't know their finances. Anyone can lose money because of lifestyle creep, buying too big of a house, or making bad investments. What I really think the Librandts can't live without is attention. See the prayer that Cole did over Donald Trump in spite of not being interested in politics, not being too political. Here I am with Donald Trump praying over him. By tiptoeing into the AI space with that weird music venture, they're putting their feelers out there for the next evolution of content. They may disappear for a little while, but I don't think it'll be forever. And I think that they're trying to get as much money as possible to hunker down for a period of hibernation, only to re-emerge bigger and even more terrible than ever before. We'll see, that's just a guess. I feel like I've said, in my opinion, I'm just speculating, blah, 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 too many times in this video.
For entertainment purposes only.
For entertainment purposes only, but you have to when you're dealing with people like the Librandts. Librandts, if you're watching, I am in New York. We have anti-slap laws, which means if you come after me with a frivolous lawsuit that is just meant to shut me up because you don't like what I'm saying, you will have to cover my legal fees. I have a lawyer on retainer, as it is. He's my dad. I hate saying my dad's a lawyer.
I'm gonna
Bratty.
with my dad.
And my dad! Look out for my dad!
He's terrifying.
He's a menace. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, please subscribe. Let us know what ideas you have. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a good night.
Night.
I won't, because I have a baby.
No, she's gonna sleep through the night this time for sure.
Yeah, right.